Hello, everyone. I want to thank Silver Stacker and Bionic Bull, who are doing a live stream right now, but they mentioned my channel. I gave them a few comments and watched some of the gold they were talking about. Now, I don't have any gold tonight, but you can get some gold from British sources. We're going to start talking about some of the coins that Queen Elizabeth was on that I have. And if you haven't heard the news, I don't know what rock you've been living under, but she passed away a couple days ago. This is a sixpence from Australia in 1963. Don't believe, well, it might actually be a silver coin. Usually my coin dealer writes the content amount. And that'd be 0.0453 ounces if this is silver. But I don't know. It was only 75 cents. I kind of doubt it was silver. Now, Queen Elizabeth became queen because her father here died pretty young. And this is a 1946 half crown. This one's 50% silver. And it's mostly uncirculated. More modern coin, which I think is demonetized now. It's a £1 coin with a castle design on the back, which has it's 1988, so it's over 30 years ago now. Time goes by so fast sometimes. All right, we'll move on to Canadian 50% silver one. It's a $1 72. It has a canoe. It's a neat looking design. 50% silver again. Now here's a Bahamas 70 proof 50-cent coin. 80% silver. As the Sailfish 1970 50 cents. This is a pretty neat looking coin. It's quite shiny. The 1970s, now 52 years ago. I mean, just goes to show how long she's been queen, or was queen. This is from the Bahamas. There's another Canadian one. It is British Columbia. This side. This is the 100 years of British Columbia. And I believe it's 50% silver. Maybe. Might not be, though. Hello, Aunt Laura. How you doing? This one might not actually be silver. I'm really not sure. It was only $3.50, so probably isn't. This, though, that's my largest silver coin. It's 1.4994 ounces sterling silver. It's Commonwealth of the Bahamas. This coin's really big. Here's a Morgan dollar for size comparison for you if you've never seen one like this. It's a lot bigger. Let's go ahead and pull this one up to look at. It has a little toning. Little midge. It's Bahamas again. It's $2 with two birds here. Sort of almost in the shape of a heart, which I think is what they meant. That's probably signifying sunrise. And over the water. This one's sterling silver. It was $15 when I bought it. How much total weight's in this one? It's 0.8826 ounces of, silver weight. All right, we're almost through most of these that I pulled out to look at. This one is a New Zealand coin. Australia. The sixpence, I think, was Australian. Yeah, Australia and then New Zealand, which if you've been watching in the news lately, it's recently announced, well, I don't know when it was announced, but New Zealand used to be part of a continent, but it sank because the earth crust underneath it wasn't as thick as some of the other ones. But it was probably about the third the size of Australia in total land. Yes. This one though, this one's not sterling. But I do kind of like this design on the back with the little ships, galley with the oars and then some sails. So it's a combo type ship. This is a neat looking $1 coin from New Zealand. This coin is also sterling. It's a 70 proof. I just did a video for it. Now, I said first this was a pirate ship, but this is talking about on this ribbon that they defeated the pirates. Yeah, or you can go and I'll put your comment up for a second. You can go on YouTube and find a video about it because I was watching it a couple nights ago. But anyway, I had this out, made a video for it in picture. This coin's rather large, sterling silver proof, 1970. It had a different packaging when it was first put out that it's been pulled out of its packaging. But I love selling ship designs, and there's a couple way off in the distance, and then that one right there. Now, whether or not this one's supposed to be a pirate ship or not, I can't tell from the picture. So it might actually be a pirate ship, or it just might be depicting some British ships after they defeated the pirates. Now, interesting fact about the pirates back then, they were mainly hitting Spanish ships at the time. Hello, Coinhound. Welcome to the stream. There's a big event at the Metals Shopping Center. They had a car show and they had a vendor show. And I went to the guy in there he's a jeweler mainly. He's been finding me some coins like this for my treasure chest challenge. A lot of standing liberties without dates. This is a Philadelphia barber, and it's got a big ding right in the middle of the coin. It's a 1908. And it's a little more than what I want to spend on treasure chest coins, because basically if I'm putting something in the treasure chest, I want something like this. Bought this at the coin show a few weeks ago, and it was in a coin dealer. He had several, really expensive coins, and then I saw a bag of loose silver, and I asked him about that, and he said, "Hey, this is 20x or $2 for this. I got 4 standing liberties, and I got a Roosevelt dime off of him, plus this so worn out seated Liberty coin that the date's totally gone. But this is perfect for the treasure chest challenge. It's 90% silver, and that's what I've been putting in it. It's cheap enough that I feel like it's something I could put in it. Now, I did go to a different coin dealer. This video will go live in a few days or next week sometime about this particular coin. It's an 1891 old mint. He says it was good. Does have quite a bit of wear on it, but it's an old mint coin and a little bit better date. The back looks a little better than the front, I think. Maybe. But that's going to be going. I got a video for that one. Now, I also picked this up today. It's well worn. It's a 1906, and it's an old mint, which is right there. I don't know why, but here lately the New Orleans mint coins have been getting a lot of watchers, a lot of views, a lot of subscribers too. So I've been getting them when I can. Now, as to any collectability for these kind of coins, I mentioned it. Any coin with Queen Elizabeth, if it's going to end up being a collectible one, it's going to have to be really low mintage. I didn't check the mintage this one, but I have a feeling it's not real high. But I did, where is it? This one. This particular proof, they only made about 23,000 of. You know, that's pretty low mintage, which means if you want it, thank you, Jersey Silver Stacker. I stopped by on your live stream briefly just to say hello and stuff. But I did do a video for this, and I really like this coin with the sailing ship on it and stuff. This is how much silver content's in it. 1.2526 ounces. It's sterling. It was only $21.25 when I bought it because silver wasn't real expensive then. I think it was about $14 an ounce. I think when I bought this, somewhere around there. So I didn't pay much past its melt value, really. It does say book value 45, but I don't know what book he was referring to. I just done a little research on this earlier to see what this particular coin, though. I saw on eBay somebody's trying to sell one of these for $405, where other people are offering it for about 40 to 50 range, maybe 60. 40 to 60 is a much more reasonable price. This is not, really that rare. If it was only like 5,000 or less, then yeah, maybe. But I do think it's worth more than what I paid for it. In fact, if I took it somewhere and a guy looked at eBay and saw people were trying to sell one for $400, so I'll give you $350 for it. Right now, I'd probably sell this just because, well, it's I don't have a super ton of attachment to these. They're just modern proof coins. I mean, even this one I'd probably sell if someone offered me a fairly good amount. It's a big coin. I did this earlier, but I'll go ahead and do this for anybody that's new. Since I did this, this is a Morgan dollar sitting over the top, right on it. And you can see there's quite a bit more coin. This one contains 1.4994 ounces of silver. Now, from something very big, and I know people love these coins. When I went by and bought the this coin from this guy. He had put more of these out on his thing, and I got some more. This has the Morgan dollar. Which, if my eyes are serving me right, that's an 1878 date on this. It wasn't made in 1878, but it has a standing liberty and a walking liberty on it too. Neat little details on these little coins. They're very small though. I mean, this is a dime. You can see they're way smaller than a dime. Got one here with modern coins. Those three have the older Morgan dollar. This one has Eisenhower and JFK and Washington quarter, along with Roosevelt dime, Lincoln penny, and nickel, Jefferson nickel. But that's some of the stuff that I got today that I've made videos for. I didn't make any videos for these, but I have videos for them. Oh, I missed the comments. So Aunt Laura asked Coin Hound that question. He answered no. He has a wire-haired pointing griffin. That's an interesting. Whoops, hit the wrong key and dropped off. 1913 D Buffalo. Yeah, that's a rare one, isn't it? If I remember correctly. Or maybe I'm thinking of a different nickel. Let's pull up Coin World. Yeah, I hit a wrong thing, Aunt Laura, and dropped out for a second. It looks like I lost a couple viewers because of it. But we'll go ahead and go on here and look at nickels. NC Buffalo 13D. Oh yeah. This guy, they're both type 1. 13D. Yeah. Book says $20 for the 13D. At very good. And then if it's mint state, 60, it says 75. And then mint state 65. We have the 13 as well. The 13 Philly is a little bit less value. The 13S is the more valuable of the bunch. Except the 13, apparently they made proofs. And those go up real high. I mean, I don't know if I can get this magazine around where I can kind of like show you this. Maybe if I just do this and move it over here, you can kind of see the guide says 1913. And then you can kind of see the prices. But the proof for the 13 Philadelphia, proof 63, proof 65, those are pretty high numbers. And if you got a mint state one, PD or S are fairly valuable coins. So let's go ahead and get this back on here. Back up on the cradle. Well, I'm trying to put this one up that you said has a full horn. There we go. Yeah, some of the coins, the price on them goes way up. I mean, I didn't look for this one, But if you have one of these in high mint state, almost every one of these barber halves runs $1,000 or higher. Well, Aunt Laura, I would definitely go if you got a coin dealer locally, and if he's the kind of dealer who sends a lot of stuff off to be graded, take it to him and ask him his opinion, because he might be able to see something about it that might prevent it from getting the grade you think it should. Hello, AG. Go check out his channel. He's a cool guy. I got some cool videos. Everybody's stopping by to say hello, at least a few people. All right. Now, early on in the video, I showed a whole bunch. Well, there you go, Aunt Laura. That's probably a good place to find somebody. Just ask each dealer if they ever send anything off to have it graded, and then show them the nickel and say, do you think this is one that you would send for grading? And if he says yes and tells you what he thinks it might get, then you can kind of decide whether or not you want to send it. I've been to a few coin shows here locally, but this is for AG Stacker. I know he likes stuff with selling ships. That's a neat looking selling ship. Sort of looks like, if I can find one real quick, I'm not sure that it's depicting the same ship. It looks a little bit like the ship on this one, which is the Golden Hind. This is a eastern group of the British Caribbean territories, quarter, 25 cents. And out of all these coins with, there's a 64. Out of all the coins that Queen Elizabeth is on, very few of them have a chance to be real collectible coins. Even one that has good mint luster like this. Little bottle top bandit, how you doing? But I'll go another real quick round through some of these and show off some of the ones with Queen Elizabeth on them again. Pull this one back up. This one too has a ship of a sorts depicted right down the middle of it. It's a galley and sail, probably something like a Viking ship, maybe. I'm not really sure. I'm getting a lot of people watching tonight. I guess it's a good idea to go ahead and do this. But I wanted to start about an hour ago. I'm not sure this one's silver. It's a Canadian coin. Oh, you mean this one? Yeah, that's not bad. I like the one on the 65 coin quite a bit too. This is a Churchill. I got a large stack of these actually, like 20 plus. But one of these over here, one of these is a little bit older than this one is. This is a 64. I think I have one that's like a 56 or something. But I think the portrait's pretty close to the same. I mean, when you start thinking about it, this is a 63 Australian coin, which I'm not sure if this one's actually silver or not. 6 pence. This says 75 cents, so I'm kind of thinking it ain't silver. But then it does have this on there. And my coin dealer, when he has silver, he usually puts the content, the amount of silver is in the coin. So 0.0453, which I don't remember exactly when I got it. It's a 6 pence 1963 coin. This is a 70 Bahamas Proof, 80%. It's not sterling, but 50 cents. And it has the swordfish. Not to be confused with a marlin, because a marlin doesn't have this kind of fin on top. A lot of these are from the early 70s that I have. This is a Canadian dollar coin, and it's 50% silver. She's wearing a tiara type crown or something. And it's got a canoe on the back. If I can get it to focus, that's a canoe. And it's 0.3750 ounces of silver in this, apparently. What's left? This is a more modern pound coin, but it's no longer legal tender. They took these out of circulation and replaced them with new pound coins. But it's got like a castle type design on the back. And she's a little bit older here. I mean, this was over 30 years ago, though. Oh, yeah. These Churchill coins are not real hard to find, actually. Most people I know have them or can get them. And my particular, there's good mint luster left on this. You can see it spinning around the coin. It's AU at worst, probably, but these copper nickel coins like this are really tough. So they can take a bit of a beating before they start wearing. I mean, it has slight wear on it. It's not like the one Italian coins I got that are made out of stainless steel from the 50s and 60s. But yeah, this is another portrait of Elizabeth with the tiara crown, 1969. It's a new pence 10 with the lion on the back. And here you go. 66. This is probably the same portrait of her as the one on the Churchill coin. It's a little bit worn. I think I have one of the selling ship copper ones over here. She's on. Yeah, here it is. This one's a 56. She's only been queen for a few years at this point. Wasn't even 30 yet. And I particularly like this halfpenny design on this. That's the Golden Hind, which wasn't a very big ship. Had 22 guns or cannons. Actually, AG Stacker, I don't. I don't know if they'll wait till the end of the year or next year to do it, or if they'll start making some coins with him on them almost right away. It's hard telling. I do know one thing: King Charles is not very popular. People don't particularly like him for whatever reason. That's a 67, and this one was in a something where 2 coins was set on it, and this part was open to some air, and it got toning or dirt, whatever, on it. But it's not very much wear on this. You can see mint luster on the coin. We'll try to focus Queen Elizabeth best I can on this. I can see, I'll pull it up here and look at it. Some scratches on it, but you can see lines in her hair, and that's not really a tiara, that's like leaves. It appears to be. You have that one? What, one like this? The selling ship halfpenny? Well, let's pull something else over here real quick. Because I took this out for a video. It's a 50 cent. And it's the Endeavor. And it's a real nice looking shelling ship design with Queen Elizabeth on it. It's New Zealand as well, 1978. But these are all, appear to be all 78. So it's like a mint set. And the biggest coin is the dollar one, which shows where'd it go? Got to get this back for this. It shows the New Zealand Parliament building. $1. Put that back and pull the British set. It has a halfpenny in it too, which is a 66. And it has the 1 penny one. If I can get it to focus, that is. Which is also a 66. It's Britannia. Then there's 2 different kinds of shillings in this. An English shilling, if I can get it to focus. It's got the 3 lines. It says English shilling. Then you have the Scottish shilling, which only has the single line. Apparently all these are 66 coins too. It has a half-crown one in it. But none of these are silver. This whole set was $4. And a bunch of different, the Queen Elizabeth ones on it. I don't think any of these are legal tender anymore because they went to decimal type coinage, and I don't even know what they use. I know they use pounds, but they don't look like this one. But I have a feeling King Charles will be on the pound pretty soon. The new ones, any new ones they make pretty soon. I don't think they'll wait too long before they do that. Still thought this was a pretty interesting back on this coin, with this fern-like leaf or something on both sides, and then the crown on top. New Zealand. It's a pretty interesting coin. It was only $2 when I bought it. And it's $3 original price put on it. I don't really know what kind of value this would have. And when I made a video for it, I mentioned it, or put a channel mention to the one guy that by Walking Stacker or whatever it is. He lives in New Zealand. He does some cool videos, and he has some really neat silver pieces. Real neat ones. But I do have some other stuff I have to do tonight, so I can't go live a whole lot longer. But we will talk about this real quick. I've got more than one of these. It's got a sailing mast. It looks kind of like a Viking ship to me. It's kind of neat, actually. Not really sure what country this is from. I'm trying to read this, but it's not in English, so I really don't know. But I thought this was a neat looking design. It's got the sail up and the head on the ship and then the tail. And a steering oar. You smashed your thumb on the way in. We'll put Stuart's comment up. How'd you do that? In the door on the house, coming in the house? Let's see what else I got here. This is an Irish coin, and you know it's hard keeping track of all these comments. No, it's an Irish coin by the harp on it. In this. It's a quarter. It shows 1/4 up here. What does that say? It's got a bird on it. Then you got these Portuguese coins. Yeah, I'm having a hard time keeping track of all these comments. How you doing, old country coin collector? By the way, go check out his channel. He's got some interesting stuff. Frosty's doing well too. Just a digital smash. Got a little bit of a laugh out of me. All right. If you didn't watch the video I made about this is a Portuguese Man of War. They had over 200 cannons and 3 gun decks. It's about 200 foot, nearly 200 foot long sailing ship, and with a 56 cannon broadside. So if you messed with one of these out at sea, you were probably going to be in a lot of trouble real fast, because 56 cannonballs being fired upon your wooden ship, you're going to be swimming. That's basically what would happen pretty quick. So, when the Spanish Armada was sent, this is a Portuguese man of war. But I think the Spaniards adopted the design for some of their ships. But when the Spanish Armada was sent to intimidate the English, they ran into a big storm and they never got to really land or do anything. And the British got to escape with minimal damage from that. This one, coin how? Yeah, this is neat. This is a 5 Escudos. And this side's even neat looking too, actually. This one's barely circulated. And it might be, well, they made these up until like 83. Because I just got one from a coin show. In fact, I just done a video for it. I don't know if crap, something fell off. I hate that when that happens. Well, this is a 250 one, but it's an 83. It's the same design. It's just a smaller coin. Now I got to pick some stuff up and see what I knocked off. Hold on a second. Well, it's the thing with the mini coins. Fell off the end of the table because I've kind of crowded it, and then I drop a coin. Thankfully, these over here are just random world coins. Nothing real valuable. I can't get to that very easy. Well, I'm going to have to walk around another way to get to that so I don't knock the camera and the table over. Okay, I'm back. It was mainly a bunch of mini coin sets like these. I got about 7 or 8 of them there, and if I could get somebody to answer his email, he might get some of them for his next big celebration stream to give away. This is a Greek coin, and what's that say? 76, or is that 78? Oh, it's 78. And it's depicting a sailing ship. I like my sailing ship coins quite a bit. I'd like to get a lot more of them, but it's one of those kind of things. You only get them as you can find them. And Queen Elizabeth was queen for 7 years because her dad here died kind of young. I mean, she made it to 96, I think it was. I don't remember how old he was when he died, but he was king for a while. This is a half crown coin, 50% silver, 46. Now, here's the thing about these British coins. That's the Irish harp, 3 British lines, and then the single one for Scotland. And that's, if you see that design, you'll wonder what that meant. That's what those are for on this. This one's pretty well in AU at worst. I mean, the coin dealer wrote uncirculated on it, but it may or may not be AU. I'd have to really take this up to my eye and look at the ear and that hair swirl real close and his cheek and stuff and see if there's any wear on it. Doesn't look like much, but with an AU coin, it wouldn't have much either. It's a couple of these Churchills. I don't have the stack handy, but I've got at least 20 more of these. And it's been a tradition on my channel to always have one of these sitting up on my table. Now, a lot of times I'll have Churchill showing, and every now and then it'll be Queen Elizabeth. But for now, we'll leave Queen Elizabeth up. What else to talk about? The old mint coins. I made a video for this one. It's going live sometime once I schedule it. And you can get probably a little bit better look at it than what you're going to on this, because these live streams are in standard definition. Even with this magnifying glass, you do get a decent, well, it's not magnifying, loop. You do get decent detail, but I think it's a little sharper on the short videos I did for these. These are both old mint ones, by the way. And for some reason, old mint coins have been doing super well on my shorts. So that's why I've been getting them, and that's why I've been putting up videos with them. Even though these are worn, people watch them. It is it's a crown coin. Uh, they made them in '65 because Churchill, I think, passed away in '65 early in the year, or maybe it's '64, and they've done this to honor Churchill. You know, and these are just made in copper nickel. If they'd made them in silver, or I think there's a one version of the coin that they made only a few of, and the rest were just common. But they didn't leave these out for legal tender very long. It was pulled from legal tender and demonetized. They made like 19 million of them, so they're fairly common. It's not a rare coin by any means, but this one though, this one is kind of rare. It's a Bahamas Proof. This particular year, this doesn't say it, but I looked it up. 23,000 were made, so this is one that they did not make very many of. And I do have to do some other stuff tonight, so I think I'm going to go ahead and pull this down for the night, and I'll leave it for anybody that missed. But and I hope you all have a good night. And I might stream tomorrow for in the afternoon, maybe at night. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But y'all have a good night, and we will see you next time.